Hi listeners, just wanted to let you know before we start this episode that the events in this episode occurred about a month, maybe 6 weeks ago in late August, Bettina'S summer soiree. And I've said this before, with some of our story episodes, that there is just that natural delay before we can share events with you. And anyway, so although this episode is coming out now, the events occurred, a month or so ago. So anyway, have a listen. This one is the first of 2 episodes about this subject, so all very exciting. Okay.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Good luck, studio.
And now, another really exciting episode of the Shy Life podcast.
Oh, it's the Shy Life podcast.
All I wanted was a pie, and then I hatched out of an egg.
Okay, bring the mic over. He's ready to record.
It's the quiet ones you've got to watch, you know.
Is it metaphorical? Is it deep? Is it deep?
Boy, he's had all that shy is right.
Blimey, Governor, it's the Shy Life podcast.
Excellent. 500, 580.
Bonjour et bienvenue au podcast The Shy Life.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Shy Life podcast with me, called the Shy Yeti. How you doing? Yeah, I'm alright. Oh dear, we've got a busy day ahead of us. In fact, this might even be a 2-parter. What's going on, you want to know? Well, we've been mentioning it for a while, and now is the time. Now is the time for us to share with you the goings-on of Bettina and August's big summer party. So this was a party to belatedly celebrate Bettina and August's wedding. It was also a party to celebrate Bettina's significant birthday. What number's that, you ask? Well, if you've been listening, you'll know that Bettina doesn't share her age, no more than Toppy's Aunt Tappy shares her age. So it's significant. That's all we know. It's hard to tell. But both Tappy and Bettina have been around a long time. Anyway, we must stop commenting like this. Personal comments. We've got to run the theme music. When we come back, we'll share with you some of what happened at the party. Yeah, you're not going to believe it. Okay, run the theme music.
Darling, it's the Shy Life podcast.
Yes, but it's a positive theme from the highlight, the Shy Life.
You won't find a cast of characters like this everywhere.
Hello, Paul.
I'll go anywhere for a potato.
Delicious.
Hello, Cappers. How are you?
You quite like a big bang, don't you, Phil?
Oh,
Go Shy Yeti.
Oh man, he hasn't found out my secret. Yes, he has.
If you thought that was bad, just listen to this.
oh, I can't wait for it to begin.
It's the Shy Life podcast.
I like that. Yeah, I'm strangely drawn to Uncle John's ankles as well.
But has the Shy Life podcast slowed down? I don't think so.
It's all gooey and meaty and yum.
Has anyone seen my hot sausage?
Hey Toppy, it's me, Paul. How are you doing?
Good. What's going on?
I just wanted to call to say, are you still okay for Bettina's party? I got Ick down to come and pick you and Tappy up.
Yeah. We're counting on it. Aunt Tappy's been talking nonstop about it. She's really looking forward to it.
Good. I've had a look at the weather forecast. I think it's going to be a bit overcast to start with, but I think it's supposed to come sunny, by mid-afternoon. So it should be a nice day for it. But still a bit concerned about some of the people she's invited. But hopefully they won't spoil the day. But I don't think
don't think that's quite their agenda. I don't.
Yeah, I assume you're referring to Max.
Yeah, her first husband. There's all that mystery of why he commissioned August to paint so many paintings. I mean, we know why, but it's still weird. 187 paintings for 187 galleries, because she is his sort of muse or something. It's all very odd.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we're looking forward to it, and just have Ick signal me when he's hovering above.
Yeah. Well, I look forward to seeing you both, and we'll make sure she has a great day. Well, both of them. We'll make sure they both have a great day.
Oh, okay. And should we dress formally or what? What's the deal?
All casual, sort of summer garden party wear. Just
okay.
But a nice loose frock or something, whatever you fancy. Yeah, it's
excellent. All right, I'll let everybody know.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye.
So here we are. The party. As you know, or as you probably know, to a certain extent, Bettina had left it a bit to the last minute. We didn't have ages to plan, but we had enough time. And, we got the invitations out, and Cromitty and Vicky Uncle John and Ick and Martin and the gang, they all took part in helping. And I was in contact with Toppy in the States, and there's a lot of people who we invited to the party who I don't know, but it wasn't a surprise party, even though it was a birthday party, because it was also a wedding party. Bettina was quite open with sharing her address book with me, but she also wanted me to invite, at least one guest, where it was a bit of a way of seeing them without having to see them by herself. I'm referring to her ex-husband, Max. Now, you might think that August would be terribly jealous about an ex-husband, or that perhaps Bettina and Max would be at loggerheads, but, that whole business is a lot more complicated. Just a quick run-through of what's been going on if you've not heard every episode. But a year or so ago, during lockdown, Max contacted Bettina wanting to get in touch. This was before August showed up, when she was by herself, when she was going on those dates with long-lost cousin Algernon. And I think he'd heard about what had happened at the wedding of the year that never happened, back when Damius vanished. And he was concerned, or at least he seemed concerned. But she was suspicious. She wasn't comfortable talking with him. She never replied. The messages kept coming, but she never replied. But then, a few months down the line, August's here. He's working as an artist. He gets a commission from Max Dupre. Now, this isn't just for one painting. It's for 187 paintings. It's for 187 paintings of Bettina. And he just does it because August's like that. I mean, he must have realised when he saw the commission, Max Dupre, that, he never even thought to ask. But that is August for you. I mean, the same as Damius. I say he doesn't have a jealous bone in his body, but Damius and August, I mean, they float along through life very calmly. And then there's always a trigger, and then suddenly lots of emotion comes out. If you remember, August was incensed by, and probably still is, I mean, I don't know that this is over and done with, but the whole business with Cuthbert versus August. If you don't know about that, really, I haven't got time today to tell you about that. Let's just say that August can get very emotional. But when it came to painting 187 paintings for Max, nothing. He wasn't fazed at all. He was glad of the money, glad of the commission. Now Max, he runs art galleries, so he wanted a painting for each of his art galleries. He has 187 art galleries all over the world, and he wanted a picture of Bettina in each gallery, because he said he considered Bettina, or considers Bettina, to be a muse, to be somebody who kind of started him off on his career. Sounds all lovely, but Bettina wasn't happy. Bettina went digging. Bettina used me as a lookout when she broke into Max's London offices and opened his filing cabinets and found out that it's very possible that Max Dupre has some connection with some of the things that have been going on with long lost cousin Algernon. I'm not saying that Max works for Control Incorporated. If anything, I think Max might be a rival to Control Incorporated. Algernon might be a rival. Or he may want to take over Control Incorporated. Maybe Max Dupre wants to become the next controller. I don't know. We don't know. Something's going on. We found enough evidence to prove there is a connection without actually finding the answer. The thing is, if there is a battle going on, even if Algernon, say, doesn't know about it, if there is some activity going on that Max is spearheading or working towards, then we might just be pawns in his game. We actually think that the attack on Algernon at the start of the year, or late last year, whenever it was connected to Max. And I got the blame for that to start with. Luckily, I had an alibi. But I wouldn't be surprised if some of the things that have been going on, where we pointed the finger at Algernon, could be things that Max has caused. We don't know for sure. So understandably, Bettina is very nervous about getting back in contact with Max, or like sitting down, just her and him. And also, it doesn't seem appropriate. It's not like they had children when they were married. This marriage was back in the 60s, a very long time ago, and they've barely seen each other since. So, what with Max having commissioned August to do all the painting, it's difficult to kind of avoid him if he wants to meet up. So, and this is where we come to what's been going on recently, Bettina asked us to send an invitation to him for the party, and he accepted. So I was kind of, well, I wouldn't say dead against it, but I was pretty much against the idea, because I thought it would distract her. This party is supposed to celebrate their wedding, it's supposed to celebrate her birthday, and if in the back of her mind all she's thinking is, where's Max? Is Max going to arrive? What am I going to say to him? Etc. So that could really spoil her memories of that party in future years, which would be awful. So, anyway, she insisted. So, yes. Other than that, the party was to be held at Bettina'S house. Usually she shares the house with a company who take tourists around and things. But for this one day, the whole house was closed off for a private event. No tourists were allowed in, just the guests of the party. It was a big deal. The weather was gorgeous. That's another thing. We weren't sure leading up to the event what the weather was going to be like, but no, it actually turned out to be wonderful. So many people have been invited. Some people couldn't make it. Many travelled a long way. Of course, Toppy and Aunt Tappy were invited. It was a nice swap, we all went over to Hollow. Well, we often pop in, but we were there for the Boppity Hop race earlier in the year, and now we were able to kind of, invite Toppy and Tappy and, some of the other Pickle Hollow residents were invited as well. So it was kind of like, a chance to return the favour. Although, I wouldn't have missed seeing Toppy in the Boppity Hop race for the world. I mean, I'd have gone by myself even if the whole cast hadn't been invited. Anyway, I suppose it's time to actually take you back to the day of the party, where we were all terribly busy, and things were looking positive. It was an exciting day. As I say, the weather was gorgeous. It was, one of those late summer days. August can be a funny month in the UK. August can be very wet these days. Sorry, not August Evans. August Evans can be wet, no. The weather in the month of August can be very changeable. You can't guarantee it's going to be hot, but thankfully the day of the party, it was great. It was wonderful. So I think it's probably time that we went back there and you got to hear a bit more of what was going on. Okay, here we go. Have a listen. Hey listeners, hi, it's me, Paul. Sorry, I'm just reporting from the garden party. Yeah, it's just started. There's a lot going on, obviously. Just trying to see who's about, who I can say hi to. Toppy and Tappy are about. I'll catch up with them imminently. Oh, ick. Sorry, you made me jump. I was just recording, just letting the listeners know that the party's begun.
Oh yes, Paul. I think it's going to be a big success.
Well, yeah, I hope so. I'm still worried about things.
Oh, what about Bettina'S ex-husband turning up?
Oh yes, we got an RSVP thing saying that he was coming, but there's no sign of him yet.
Well, it's early yet.
It is early yet, yes. I hope the weather gets better. Listeners, it's a bit overcast. But I suppose doing a garden party this late in the summer, well, you can never be sure. You can never be sure anyway, at any time.
You're not wrong, Paul. Yes, there are very hot days in May, June, July, and in August, but, well, there's also been rainy days in all of them.
They have. I remember when I used to go to the Lake District in August. I think August might be the worst possible month you can choose to go to the Lake District. I think every year I went, it got rainier and rainier, you know. Maybe one year you'd go and get a couple of rainy days and think that was, bad. And then the next year you get 4 rainy days in a week. I mean, I went to the Lake District with my parents in March or something once. And although there was a bit of snow, it was sunny weather. I think the Lake District is probably a bit of a funny place for weather.
We're not in the Lake District though, Paul.
No, you're not wrong. We're not in the Lake District.
It's a shame you can't go there, Paul.
It is a shame. Well, I mean, maybe I will again one day. I just can't do the walks I used to do. It's old age.
Old age, Paul? Gosh, yes, you are quite ancient. Not as ancient as me, though.
Not as ancient as you, yes. Well, we don't really know how old you are, Ick. I mean, alien years and all that stuff.
Oh, yes, well, Believe me, I'm not as young as I look.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Shy Life podcast has been to the Lake District 4 or 5 years ago now, I think.
I remember you going.
Yeah. Anyway, I better circulate. We're actually sheltering at the moment, listeners, in a pagoda thing. Yeah, in Bettina'S garden.
Yeah, indeed, Paul. I fancy some food.
Yes, you should. You should go for it.
I like all of the noises.
The noises?
Yes, you know, the party atmosphere and the music from the band.
Yes. It's all good. It's all, pretty much as I planned it. I'm just concerned. That's all.
You can't help but think something might go wrong.
Well, it usually does. And this garden party, it cuts across 2 episodes.
2 episodes, Paul? Goodness. You're expecting trouble then?
I've just allotted it a space of 2 episodes because, it's Bettina'S significant birthday and it's a belated wedding party. So, even if we just cover the speeches, it'll take an episode.
Oh gosh, Paul. Speeches can be very dull.
They can, yeah. They can. Still, we could always put a quiz or something part clip on if things get really dull.
I hope they don't, but, a garden party with food, the listeners may end up drooling if they hear about how good the food is.
Yeah, I think what the listeners should do is probably listen to these episodes with a little platter in front of them.
A platter?
Or their lunch, or their tea, or something. So if they hear anybody talking about how good the food is, they can just take a nibble of their own supplies.
Yes. Oh gosh, yes, Paul, I suppose so. Anyway, I'm hungry myself now, so I'll catch up with you later.
Yeah, sure. Right. Oh dear. I must go and find Toppy. For that matter, I can't see Bettina or August. I can see lots of people. I can see waiters. I can see people playing in a band. I can see entertainers. There's jugglers and all sorts of things going on. I can't believe it's me who organised all this. Well, me and the gang, anyway.
Good afternoon, sir. Would sir care for a canapé? Perhaps a glass of Bucks Fizz? Oh, Paul. Hello.
Oh, what are you doing
on the job, sir. You sort of caught me on the job. I was doing my butlering bit for Bettina.
I just didn't expect you. When I first saw you, I thought you were one of the guests. But
well, no, I'm just serving the sweetmeats.
Well, that's good. It's a nice party.
Do you like my sweetmeats? I've got a nice spread.
Yeah, blimey. It's quite entrancing.
That one follows you. Watch its eye.
I was just. Can I just ask? Have you seen anything odd whilst you've been working? Because
odd.
Odd.
Well, it's just odd.
Yes.
Odd.
There's always odd. It's the Shy Life podcast, for goodness sake.
No, nothing's odd here. Everything's normal.
No.
Everything that is normal for the Shy Life podcast, that is.
Well, that's what worries me. I'm just keeping an eye out because Toppy's around here somewhere, and Aunt Tappy, and
Toppy was behind the aspidistra, but I don't know what he was doing. He was moving in and out quickly.
Okay.
You might find him over there.
I'm going to have a look. It's just we're just presuming that something is going to happen because Bettina'S having this party, and it can't be that nothing exciting is going to happen because it's an episode of the Shy Life podcast, and also I hear it's a 2-parter, so it's bound to be something big happening. I just don't know what. I just wondered if you'd seen anything, but if you haven't, you haven't.
Nothing sort of prominent or sticks out.
I just hope nothing does happen. But the thing is, Bettina'S invited her ex-husband to the party, and We don't know if he's going to turn up yet. So that could be the thing that is going to be the thing. Or there could be something else that's going to be the thing. I don't know.
I haven't seen any things hanging around or poking their heads through.
Oh well,
being generally waved about anywhere, so there's no things being waved about.
Oh well, I just didn't expect to see you because, obviously it's not. If this was my party, I'd have invited you. But Bettina is mainly people she's known for years, and friends of her husband, and so not so many of the Shy Life team are here. Toppy gets invited because Bettina and his aunt Tappy are old friends, so that's why he's here. But the rest of the gang. So yes,
she just wanted somebody to sort of go round with the hors d'oeuvres, and she asked me if I'd help out. She was having a party, and I had nothing booked on that day, so I thought I'd come and strut my stuff.
Well, there are other waiting staff, but I haven't really. You're probably the head butler, as it were. But
I haven't really spoken to the other staff. I just came in, picked up a tray, and.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I better go and see if I can find Toppy, I suppose. See if he's seen anything untoward.
Well, say hello to Toppy when you see him for me.
Yes. Keep up the good work. And,
thank you very much.
I'll catch you later, I'm sure.
Sweetmeats. Get your sweetmeats here. They're lovely.
I can vouch for that.
Hello, Paul. What's going on? It's Uncle John. Everyone keeps sneaking up behind me and scaring me. Oh dear, guilty conscience. Well, I don't know. I was just talking to Ick, about how well it's all going. It would be nice if the weather was better. Yes, it would. It would definitely, it would. It would be nice, but you can't have everything. No, that's what we were saying. Any sign of Max Dupre? I do have a photo of him because Bettina circulated, a photo so that if we saw him, we could, let her know in advance that he was here. Yes, I know. We've all got the picture. And have you seen him? No, Paul, I have not seen him. It's putting me on tenterhooks because I keep thinking, if he shows up, it's going to be in trouble. Yes, I know what you mean, Paul. Well, maybe he just won't turn up. He did reply to the invitation, though, and said he would be coming. Which is kind of weird in itself, I think. Well, I guess it's not, considering... Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either, Paul. Have you seen Toppy? I saw him... I can't see him now. I did see him, though. Aunt Tappy was... chatting to Bettina, and August. I think I saw August heading down to the wine cellars. What's he doing down there? Surely the waiters are bringing up the wine. Oh yeah, and I think he wanted a bit of peace and quiet, to be honest. Did he now? Okay, well, I suppose I better go and find Toppy. Yes, well, I'm going to go get some food. I just saw Tallulah and Martin over there by the canapes. I wouldn't put it past that Martin not to scoff them all. So, listeners, he's talking about Sniffy Martin, not Martin Holmes. Before you make comment, you should have invited more of the, more of that lot. What? You should have invited more people. I mean, more of the podcasters. Yeah, well, I think some of them are coming. I can't remember who. I feel sort of bad. I mean, Bettina is friends with a lot of the people we do the podcast with, but as it's her and August's party, we were aiming towards more of her old friends, and I feel like we left some people out. Perhaps we shouldn't have done. Oh, it's all right, Paul. But some people will see that Toppy's here, and well, Toppy's a different case, isn't he? He's not just a podcaster. He's, he and Tappy. Bettina and Tappy, obviously, and Toppy's got to come with her. It's not a podcasting thing, it's a Bettina and Tappy thing. I suppose so. I've forgotten who we invited now. I just feel that somebody's going to turn around and, Yeah, but it's not your party, Paul, it's her party, so it's nobody's business who's invited. Oh, I suppose not. I'll see you in a bit. Yes, I'm going to get some canapes. Enjoy. Oh, I will, Paul. Oh, believe me, I will. Bettina, how's it going?
Oh, darling, that's wonderful. Everyone seems to be having fun.
Yes. And your significant birthday, is it actually today?
Yes, darling, yes, it is, yes. Well, I thought it would be nice to actually be having the party on my birthday, but we are going to be going away soon, though. So I wasn't sure when I was arranging the dates and giving you dates, and whether I wanted to be on holiday for my birthday, or whether I wanted to be here, at the party. And I decided it would be nice to be here at the party.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. Oh, dear. Actually, this date works really well because it's also the date of one of the times that, it sort of tallies from... well, anyway. It's a significant date for August and I as well.
Oh, I see. Well, I won't ask, but...
Oh, darling. Do you know where he is? I haven't seen him for ages. I was just saying to Tappy, I don't know where he's got to.
Well, I think Gitty Uncle John said he saw he were heading down to the cellar.
Really? What is he going down there for? The waiters are bringing out the wine.
Well, yeah, but, I don't know. Maybe he just wants a bit of peace and quiet. I mean, not for the whole afternoon. Just needs a bit of a break.
You're possibly right. He's not always that good around crowds. Oh, dear. And have you seen Max, darling?
I haven't seen him, no. And nor had Yeti Uncle John. We've all got the photo, so, sure when we see him, we'll know it's him.
Yes, I just wonder if he won't come.
Well, he did reply to the invitation.
I know he did, but people do that and they still don't show up if something better comes along.
Yeah, but this is Max. He's kind of...
Obsessed with me, darling?
Well, I don't know. Something's going on, isn't it?
Yes, that's what I'm worried about. Oh, dear. Where is August? I miss my boo-boo.
Look, why don't Toppy and I go down to the cellar and see if we can find him?
Oh, yes, darling, maybe. That might not be a bad idea at all. Oh, dear. Yes, you better both go because it's such a big cellar.
Yes, that's what I thought. Okay, well, I'll go and find Toppy, and then we'll go and find August. We'll tell him he's needed up here.
Yes, if you will, darling, thank you.
Are there going to be speeches?
Yes, there will be speeches later. Are you recording the podcast?
Of course I am, Bettina. This is an important day. I've allotted 2 episodes to your garden party.
Oh, darling, I'm privileged. Oh, dear. I hope that doesn't mean that something dramatic is going to happen.
Oh, I mean, who knows?
Oh, darling. All right, you run along and please find August for me.
I will. Toppy!
Hey, Toppy, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
You enjoying it? There's a lot of people here. It's nice, isn't it?
I'm having fun. Yeah, this has been nice.
Yeah. So I still haven't had a proper word with Tappy yet, but I must catch up with her. She's looks like she's having fun as well.
Oh, she's flitting around. Yeah.
Look, Toppy, can you do me a favour? We've lost August. We think it may be that he's a little bit. A lot of people maybe it's just need a break, but we've got to do some speeches and things. So somebody's seen him going down to the cellar, so I've probably gone down there. So will you come down there with me and we'll dig him out? It's quite a big cellar, so we might have to take separate.
All right, I'll help you with that.
Come on, let's go. We might be able to find a nice bottle or something whilst we're down there.
This is a big seller.
Yeah. Oh, that's squeaky door. That sounds familiar. Never mind. Yeah. So we're down there now, and there's one.
Let me know if you want any new squeaky door recordings. I can loan you some of mine.
Thank you. Yes, I could do with a few new ones. Everything's got the same squeaky door sound these days. Each spaceship, Bettina'S hat. My hat. But anyway, there's a part of the cellar is that direction, and part of the cellar is that direction. We're going to have to split up, I think.
All right, but just this could be very difficult because I don't know if August realizes it or not, but in his former identity, he often played different things on stage. He could be that hat hook right over there on the wall, for all we know.
I haven't even thought about that. I'm just presuming he'll be sitting there having a little nap. But
all right.
If it gets difficult, we might have to get get Bettina down here too. But I'll go that way. You go that way.
Okay. All right.
Hopefully one of us will find him. But oh dear. Okay. See you back here in 5 minutes, hopefully.
Okay. All right.
Oh, Tappy, I'm so glad you're here. It's such a lovely day, isn't it?
Well, you couldn't have picked a nicer day, Bettina. It's lovely.
I know. Paul and the gang have done such a good job at organising it all. I wasn't sure if it was going to be a bit above them, but...
Well, you know the gays, dear. They always do lovely at these sorts of affairs.
Oh, yes. Oh, dear. I'm wondering where August is. I know, I think Paul and Toppy were going to find him. Hopefully he'll show up. He's probably gone for a nap somewhere.
Well, I wondered there because I think I saw him at the very beginning and I haven't seen him since.
I'm sure he'll show up. I still a little bit concerned. I'm looking about because of Max. He said he'd be coming, and I'm not sure what I'm going to say if I do see him. Oh dear.
My, oh my. Well, it's been absolutely years since I saw Max, and I'm rather intrigued that he's going to be here. I wonder what he's like now.
I know what you mean. I wonder what he's going to be like, but I mean, I know you only met him a few times, but I think that was probably quite enough.
Mostly, yes, dear.
Oh dear. Well, keep your eye out for him. I don't think he's changed that much, just got greyer, like us all.
Yes. Well, of course I can do an instant change with my wigs, but...
Oh, yeah.
August, are you down here? Bettina'S looking for you. August.
Oh, Paul. Oh, you made me jump.
August. That's what people keep doing to me today. I'm standing around talking to the listeners, and then next thing I know, somebody pops up behind me. Ik or Yeti Uncle John.
Oh, well, you'll know how it feels then.
I've just come to look for you. Toppy's looking for you too. He went the opposite direction from me. Bettina'S looking for you. You've been down here for ages.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I'm just having to think. Oh, I don't know what it was. Seeing all these people, it made me think.
Made you think? Think about what?
Oh, you know, I've just been wondering. I've been thinking backwards.
Thinking backwards? I don't understand.
Well, you know, I was listening to that documentary you did, you know, a while back.
Oh, yes. For that gallery opening, or whatever it was, award ceremony thing, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a retrospective of my work.
Yeah, I'm sorry it was a bit short notice. We did our best.
Yes, but it all got me thinking, you know, about how when I arrived at Pickle Hollow, it was all rather strange.
Oh, yes, I remember you saying to me. I mean, that wasn't in the documentary, but...
No. Well...
You remember arriving in Pickle Hollow and a man letting you out of a car, a man in a mask?
Yes. Well, I've been thinking backwards.
Have you now? Are you sure you want to dig up these memories?
I'm not sure, Paul. I'm not sure.
I mean, your life's in a good place now. You've got your painting, you're successful, you're married to Bettina. It's wonderful.
Yes, Paul, I know. Yet I can't help stop thinking.
I know, but this is what I was worried about. And what, you've been thinking backwards? In what way?
Well, I've just been thinking, like, the car journey, you know, to Pickle Hollow. Like, where the car journey started and where I'd been before I came to Pickle Hollow.
Uh-huh. And have you remembered any more?
I have.
And the man who let you out of the car, do you remember any more about him?
No. He was always a man with a mask. So I don't think I ever saw his face.
And do you remember anything about what happened on the day that you were supposed to be getting married? You know, the first time?
To Bettina? No, that's all a bit foggy. But I think I worked in a bar.
You what? You worked in a bar?
Yes.
What, during the time before Pickle Hollow? Between the wedding that never happened and Pickle Hollow?
Yes, I remember darkness, and I think that's why I've come down here. It sort of reminds me of the place.
Do you think you were being held in a cell or something?
A cell? Well, that's what I thought. And then slowly all the lights come on, and I realised that it wasn't a cell, and it's not anymore. I was in like a cellar bar.
Ah. And they were feeding you and giving you drink? You weren't tied to the wall or anything?
No, Paul, no. I was sitting at a bar, I was drinking a G&T, and then somebody told me that my shift was starting.
That your shift was starting?
Yes, Paul. And, well, it was all very strange. I didn't even question it.
And did they use your name? I mean, did they call you August, or did they call you Damius?
I really don't remember. I do remember the man in the car, before he dropped me off in Pickle Hollow, reminding me of my name and saying August Evans. And that was when I realised I was August Evans.
Yeah, but when you were working in this bar, you don't know who you were.
Oh, well, I think I was somewhere between the two, perhaps. I'm not sure.
Were there customers in this bar?
Yes. Yes, I definitely, I started my shift. I was working behind the bar, and, well, I don't know, I just seemed to know what I was doing.
Had you ever worked in a bar, in your actor days?
I think I probably had done some work in a bar, and I'd also played, a barman in a couple of movies. So it all seemed quite natural to me.
Yeah. Interesting. And the people in the bar and, the bar itself, did you leave the bar when you weren't working?
What I do remember is that all of the people in the bar, they also wore masks.
Uh-huh. That sounds like a very scary sort of bar.
Yes, maybe it was some sort of secret club. I don't know. That's what I remember thinking. That these people didn't want to be identified, either to me or to themselves, or maybe both.
Yeah, it does sound like some sort of sinister cult. What about the people you worked with? And were you wearing a mask?
No, I was not. And, I remember, I think there was a young lady and another gentleman. We all worked at the bar. I don't think they ever told me their names, but I do remember their faces.
And were they familiar to you?
What? When?
Well, did you recognise them when you were working with them?
No, I just knew them from the bar.
Could you paint them?
Could I paint them? I think I probably could. I think I probably have, to be honest, if I went back through my paintings.
How odd. It doesn't give us a lot of clues, but maybe if you could find those paintings or paint new ones, it would help. I mean, if we could find the people you worked with somehow, then maybe we'd find out more.
Yes. Oh, and your other question, I don't think I ever left the bar, no. When I finished my shift, I just remember the lights turning out. But as you say, there was food and there was drink, and I was working at the bar.
And did you get paid?
I think I must have done, but I don't think it was a great deal. By the time I got to Pickle Hollow, I found precious little in my wallet.
That's right, you were painting, to get by in Pickle Hollow. I wonder what happened to that money.
I don't know, Paul, I don't know. Oh, more mysteries, eh?
Yes, well, we often find this. More questions than answers. It's fascinating, though. You are beginning to remember.
I am, Paul. But it doesn't change anything. I'm August Evans. I'm married to Bettina Dupre.
Well, I was worried that, if you remembered something, it might affect things now. But maybe it's not going to.
I don't think so, Paul. But it may uncover some mystery. It may answer some questions.
Or pose more questions.
Or pose more questions, yes. Oh.
Well, we've had our theories. It would be nice to know what actually happened, after you vanished, before you turned up back in Pickle Hollow. I mean, it's been a while now.
It has been a while. How long has it been, Paul?
Well, it's 2022 now. You came back to us, was it right at the end of 2020? And then, you lived in my place in 2021. And so when you turned up in 2020, you'd been missing since the end of 2019. So you were missing about a year.
Yes, so I was working at this bar, I guess in the first half, or some point in the first half of 2020. But I really don't know the dates because, that's one thing. I felt very cut off from the outside world. All it was I worked with my colleagues, and then there were the people who came to the bar.
You didn't escape this situation, did you?
What do you mean, Paul?
Well, one of the people from the bar, presumably the person who owns it, the man in the mask, took you to Pickle Hollow.
Yes, he did.
But the wedding of the year that didn't happen, that was in the UK. Pickle Hollow's in the States. So at what point did you go over to the States? Was the bar in the States, or was the bar in the UK, and then somehow you were transported to the US?
That I don't know. Although, the most murky period is directly after the wedding that didn't happen. So I feel like maybe I was taken to the States at that point. So maybe the bar was in the States. Because the journey from the bar where I worked to Pickle Hollow didn't seem so long.
So maybe you were in New York State or something. Well, this is something that, I don't know. I don't know that Toppy will have any more insight on this. But look, I better go and tell Toppy that we found you. And Bettina really wants you back upstairs in the party.
I know, Paul. I'm ready to go back, I think. Yes, talking with you has been helpful. It's stirred up some memories, but, I could feel things brewing in my head, and that's why I came down, just to, concentrate.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you've had a chance to concentrate.
Yes, but now I think my Bettina needs me. Yes, I know she's concerned. She's concerned about Max, and, well, that's understandable.
It is. He's a funny fellow, that Max.
Yes. I mean, this whole business, with him commissioning me. At the time I was flattered. It was wonderful. And in a way, it has been wonderful. I mean, he paid. It's been, it's been quite flabbergasting how much he paid.
But it's why? I mean, why he commissioned you?
Yes, I mean, I think that's nice that he sees Bettina as somebody special and wanted a portrait of her in all of his galleries, but I know she thinks there's more to it.
Well, I think there's more to it. There does seem to be some connection between Max Dupré and Control Incorporated. Not necessarily in a friendly way, but in a rival way. And I don't like the idea of Bettina getting caught up with it if he's got some other motive.
You don't think he's a danger to me, do you, Paul? You don't think he wants me out of the way so he can marry Bettina again?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think there's anything he could do to take Bettina from you. Not like that, anyway.
But I could be in danger. Or she could be in danger.
I don't know. I don't like to think about it. Look, come on, let's go back upstairs to the party. We'll pick up Toppy on the way. He's probably got lost in the wine cellar.
Oh, well, plenty of wine down here. Maybe he's found a nice bottle.
I don't think Toppy would just plunge into your wine collection.
Oh, he'd be welcome. Toppy Smelly, he's my good friend. He's welcome to any wine I have down here.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know it's yours now that you're married, but shouldn't you check with Bettina? Maybe there's some really valuable wine down here.
Oh, I've checked it all, Paul. None of it's that valuable. There's some nice stuff down here, but no. Before you go thinking, there's no 200-year bottles of wine or anything.
I don't even know if a 200-year bottle of wine would be drinkable. I don't know how old the oldest wine you can drink is.
Oh, Paul, don't ask me. I know about art. I don't know about wine. Oh, but I know nothing's too valuable. Toppy's welcome to anything he wants to try.
All right. Come on then, let's get going. Toppy, I found August. It's all sorted. Where is he? Where is Toppy?
Oh dear, where's he got to?
Come on, we'll find him.
Oh yes. Well, thank you for looking out for me, Paul.
It's no problem. Bettina sent me down here. I think Yeti Uncle John saw you heading down.
Oh yes, the lovely Yeti Uncle John.
Toppy, where are you? Where is he? Come on. We'll go back to Bettina and then I'll go and look for him.
Oh dear, Paul.
We don't want him getting locked up down here.
Oh dear, no. He'll miss the speeches.
He will, yeah.
August. Oh, well, he really is hiding down here. This cellar is so... Oh,
hey.
Excuse me.
Hey, what are you shouting about?
I'm sorry. This isn't my cellar, but I'm looking for someone. Perhaps you've seen him. His name's August.
Are you one of the waiters? I don't think you should be shouting about. We might get into trouble. We don't want them knowing about us.
Yeah, I'm one of the waiters. I'm not intruding, am I?
No, but we've got to make our the 4 o'clock. We should be revealing ourselves. Yes. And they will know. They will know that the vampire cause is here. You'll cause trouble.
Did you just say vampire?
Yes, like you and I, we are vampires. All of the waiters here are vampires. But they don't know, obviously. Yes.
Yes, we are. I almost forgot. As a matter of fact, I could use a spot of blood now. Anyways, vampires. All of us.
Anyway, I've just come to go and fetch some more wine.
Okay.
We've still got a while yet, but yes. But just make sure you keep to the plan. And,
the plan. Yeah.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. We're going to vamp out, aren't we?
Yes, we're going to vamp out.
Okay.
I think
Ew. I have no idea what that's about.
Oh, darling, thank you for finding him. I'm sorry, Bettina. I'm sorry I gave you a scare. You know, darling, it's all right. I heard you were feeling ill. No, I just needed a few minutes to think. Oh dear. Darling, where's Toppy? Have you lost him?
Well, I may have lost him. I need to go back down to the cellar because we as you say, it's a very big place and we went our own separate ways and yes, I think he's still down there.
Oh, darling. Well, at least you found August.
I did, yes.
Well, I'm just going to go and get some canapes and say hello to a few people. Oh, yes, darling. Yes. All right, then we'll have to have some speeches, I guess. Is there any sign of Max Dupre? No, darling, no. Nothing. Maybe he's not coming. Oh, well, I'll go and get some canapes. All right, darling, don't be too long. Oh, I'm glad you found him, dear.
Glad I found him, too. Actually, I don't know if it's the time to tell you, but he was sort of thinking.
Thinking, dear? What do you mean?
Well, about... I don't know what it was, but he was thinking about what happened before he arrived at Pickle Hollow.
Oh, gosh, not again.
But I actually think it's a positive thing. It doesn't seem to be affecting him, like, in the here and now. But it's just that period of 6 months or whatever it is before he went to Pickle Hollow. It's not exactly clearing up. But it says, like, he thinks he worked in some sort of bar, but all the clients, like, wore masks.
That sounds like a nightmare, darling, not a job.
Well, I don't know. He says that he worked with this guy and this other girl. They were all, like, worked behind the bar at this strange club. But he thinks he could identify the other two. Apparently everybody but them wore masks.
Yes, well, it was during the pandemic.
I don't think it's those sorts of masks. I think it's, like, I don't know, like the sort of masks you get at a masked ball or like in Venice or something.
Oh, I see. You think it would be useful if he could identify who he worked with?
Well, theoretically, if they can be traced down, we might better find more about the whole thing.
Oh dear, it seems a bit hopeless. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll tell you more about it later anyway. It's not the time to be talking about this. You're going to have a lovely party. It's your birthday.
Yes, darling, yes. You better run along and find Toppy.
I will, yes. He won't want to miss the speeches, and Tappy will be looking for him.
Oh, yes, I saw Tappy talking to Charlie Go and Dragon Albert a minute ago.
Yes, thank you for letting them come along.
Oh, darling, it's fine. You know it was okay for you to invite whoever you wanted. It's your party too, darling.
It's yours in August party, really. Still, I do wonder if we should have invited more podcasting people.
Oh, darling, we sent out so many invites, I've forgotten who is coming.
I know, and yet no sign of Max. Anyway, I need to go and see if I can find Toppy. I'll speak to you again once I've found him.
All right, darling. It's a wonderful party. I'm so happy.
I'm glad it's all come together.
Paul, where are you going?
Oh, Martin. I'm just going back down to the cellar.
Do you want me to come too? What are you going down there for? More wine? I thought that was the waiter's job.
No, Toppy is down there. We went looking for August.
I saw him up here a minute ago.
No, that's because he was just having a rest down in the cellar, and I found him, and we had quite an interesting chat. But no, I brought him up here, but you know that cellar is enormous. I went one way, Toppy went the other way, and now we've got August. I don't think Toppy yet knows that we found August. He's probably lost somewhere in the wine cellar. So, I need to go and fetch him out.
Come in if you want.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, my darling, you don't want to go down to that cellar.
I'm going to have to, Tallulah, sorry. But Martin doesn't have to come.
Oh, you're going to ruin your suit. You're going to ruin your smart clothes, Paul.
It's fine, I'll dust myself off. Anyway, maybe we'll find a nice bottle of something we can bring back up.
Oh, I suppose so. Oh, dear. Did you say my August was down there?
He was. He said some interesting things. He was remembering stuff.
Remembering stuff about what?
About his life before Pickle Hollow. You know, between the wedding that never happened and anyway.
Well, that's interesting. Yes, you're going to have to tell us.
I will, but I need to go and fetch Toppy. So see you in a bit. Come on, listeners, we better go and find Toppy. Oh, dear. He's probably gone and locked himself into something. It's the sort of thing I'd do. And Toppy and I do share certain character traits, like getting into trouble. Anyway, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. I found August. He was my way.
Did?
Yeah, I've sent him back up. He actually, he was just sitting there in the dark. He's had a few, like resurfacing memories again. You know, from like before Pickle Hollow. What's wrong?
I got something to tell you.
Yeah, go on.
When I was looking for August, I ran into, he said he was one of the waiters, but anyways, that's not important right now. The thing is, you know what he told me?
No?
He said that all the waiters are vampires, Paul.
What? Vampires? Surely
that's what he said. That's what he said. And at 4 o'clock, something about 4 o'clock, they're all going to act. They're going to do something. Paul, they're all vampires. All the waiters up there.
No. What are we going to do? 4 o'clock? That's only 25 minutes away.
Oh, my God.
What are we going to do?
I don't know. This is your story. I don't know. Are you clutching your pearls like me?
I'm clutching my curls. My curls, my pearls. And my curls. Oh, no.
I gotta go now. Bye. Gotta go. Bye.
Goodbye.
It's been good, but yeah, definitely time to come home now.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network. Find more shows over at pride48.com.
Oh dear, what's going on now? Oh, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
Let's go. I have a voice. I have a voice.
You have a voice.
You have a voice. We have a voice. We have a voice.
Unique voices in podcasting.
UnivazPods.net.
Oh my, what will happen next? With Paul and Toppy both trapped in the cellars, will the vampire waiters strike upon the guests up in the garden? What can be done? How can they be saved? Will Max Dupre show up? Will he be able to help? Find out in our next exciting episode of the Shy Life Podcast. Coming soon to a podcatcher near you.
I don't know, Paul, I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing. It's not an ever a good idea to make enemies on vampires.
You act confused, but I think that deep down you do understand. You're just not keen to accept it. As you already noted, dusk approaches. Something must be done, and I must be the one to do it.
What's the matter?
I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I can't move either way. I'm stuck. I'm going to be stuck here forever.
Dear lady, fear not, for your protector is here.
Paul, you want to explain? Oh, dear Martin, have you found out anything, any trace of them?
Martin, have you found them?
Sure, we'll swim to the surface.
I'm wearing my party clothes as well. This frock's going to be ruined.
The clock is ticking, isn't it? Yeah, very exciting.
Do I look like a vampire?
I'm Max Dupre, and I'm here to assist.
Oh my god, is this show over with yet?
I'm flabbergasted. Flabbergasted. Oh, Paul. He's so sweet. Dealey! Hi, Dealey. This is just the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
580. 580. 580.
Ew. What's that smell?
580.
580?
Same as what they said. Oh, I forgot what. 580.